go against that code of honor, it stands to reason that you don't know what you are doing. Like, Lord Denning would say in the famous case of Rondell and Wansel, said the legal practitioner owes a duty to the court, which is paramount. It's a lie for everybody, including Manuel, who's my compare, to suppose there is a mouthpiece for his client to say what he likes, or an instrument to direct what he pleases. Lord Denning went for that to say that it's none of this. Hear him out. Quote, use allegiance to higher cause. That is the cause of truth and justice. He must not consciously mistake the facts. He must not bring a charge of fraud when he has no evidence to substantiate. He must disregard the most specific instruction from his clients. So if my client tells me to do this, I know it goes against my honor, I must disregard it. He said the law which enables a barrister or a lawyer to do all this is not a code of law, it's a code of honor. So that is why the lawyer's position, including the judges, is supposed to be very sacrosanct. And when a lawyer goes to visit a chief judge of a state and he says, you are God sent, that chief judge should be sanctioned. We are investigating some states. When you say, look, encourage us, give us books, stationaries and all that, that's okay. I don't want to mention it. There are some states in this country, the High Court judge will visit the state executive and say, you are God sent. You are degenerating. You are becoming a participant in the murky waters of politics. It's unacceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's to ensure that things are properly done in the judiciary.
Yeah.
Well, you had mentioned some states.
Yeah.
You also talked about how there's the issue of those who have experience can lead those who are coming up.
Yeah.
You talked about those states before we came on.
Yeah, that's true.
You talked about
that's true.
Some other states.
Yes. Well, I'm very reluctant to mention Edo State because that's my state, because I don't want the league to sanction me. Even as the head, I could be sanctioned. You know, people talk about godfatherism in all the states, including Edo State. But my take on this is simply this. There's a local proverb in my says, which is, if the owner of a golden enamel tags it useless, the stranger uses same as it does being. So a position whereby people attack, I want to be very, I wouldn't want to mention them, but if you draw me into it, I will mention names. You attack the so-called godfather, maybe Aneni in Edo State, as a godfather. You'll see the difference between Aneni and the so-called godfathers in Edo State is that if Aneni endorses your candidacy, he wouldn't take a jeep from you. He pays your nomination fee. He ensures you are there.
But you must report back.
No, he does not want that reporting back.
Okay.
So those people...
Are you always there?
No. We have fillers.
Okay.
You see, those other, divisive groups in Edo State, before they endorse you, you give them a jeep, you give them financial remuneration. And even when there's a free space, they are going to present their son or their daughter as local government chairman or commissioners and what have you. Nobody can really say that Aneni's son has been able to win an election.
All right, let's move on. We just have a few minutes. Yeah, we just have a few minutes to go. Let's look at the quality of candidates.
Yeah.
You have aspirants. I keep saying candidates. You're not candidates yet, but aspirants. Yes.
Yeah.
Coming up for the seat of president. What do you think about
Well, like I told you, if you know my argument, like I've told you, the best way to win an argument is not to kidnap me, it's not to harass my comfort, it's to present a better argument or higher argument. If you look, when you say, if not Jonathan, who else? Let's start from Atiku. I'll tell you that League of Patriotic Lawyers, Atiku contributed, he represented, as it were, principled protest engaged Obasanjo's third term. But paradoxically enough, he somersaulted. We must have people in opposition. Why did you go back to PDP? Why did you remain AC? You were humiliated in PDP. You now came to AC. A party you did not contribute to. You were capped as the presidential candidate. And you have gone back to PDP. I tell you something. When some of members of the league were traveling to Abuja as, lawyers watching brief, we lost a lawyer. All in the quest to support his presidency. it is paradoxical that he has found his way into PDP. We want principled opposition. That's why we endorse anybody that is principled, Asiwaju in Southwest, and Ojukwu even in the East, and what have you. So you understand what I'm saying? It's unfortunate.
Yes, so you must have quality opposition.
That is what I'm saying.
And
proactive
politicians have often been accused of not being very principled, not believing in a certain philosophy.
Yeah.
They've been accused of always pursuing, even political parties pursuing the spoil of office, not necessarily the ideal.
With biblical crumbs from the master's table, unquote. It's unfortunate. You know what? The only way we can discourage this is to make government and governance less attractive. I was reading somewhere that a senator gets as much as 20 million a month. That is too much. That is robbery of the people's mandate. That is unacceptable. So if we are really pursuing meritocracy and you want the people's comfort to be the key, we should stay with the opposition. Because without opposition, what are we going to be pursuing? Monolithic system of government or governance. That's not with the idea of the league.
Okay, so there should be quality opposition, and political parties that are coming together today must stand on principles.
As opposed to opportunism based on mediocrity.
Okay. So for the quality of aspirants and people that will eventually emerge as candidates, there should be credible people, people with proven track records, and people who have shown that they believe in principle and what have you. So the quality of opposition is also very important.
Very important.
But does that affect what you support, the president?
Yes.
Does that affect him?
Oh, yes. You see,
if you have quality opposition.
Yes. You see, that's why I told you when I entered here, you know, a while ago, that we are so excited about the leadership of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu in the Southwest. Because increasingly, Southwest is increasingly becoming the conscience of the nation. I'm not from the Southwest, but that is the truth. You discover that when Obasanjo won, the first vitriolic attack he had was from the Southwest. Soyinka was restive. Other people didn't like it. So that's what we're talking about. So we want quality, robust, for want of a better label, opposition. By the time everybody is jumping to the ruling party, as the article jumped to the ruling party, nobody will be left in the opposition. And the ruling party will have a field day. So if there's robust, consistent opposition, it will put the ruling party on its toes, whether local government, state, or federal. But by the time you see this influx of people based on reckless opportunism, trying to share the cake without baking sin, trying to share from our short-sighted monolithic economy based on crude oil that has not been expanded, all these people will share. If you stay in opposition, give a credible leadership to the opposition. You'll get there. So, you mentioned Ghana a while ago, and also mentioned UK, even in the US. Obama has taken his pride of place, not based on the depth of his pocket, not based on political assassination, but based on rhetorics, based on prosody, armor-prop, and if you like, suavity. But we are still far from there. But we'll get there. The Brutuses, the Cassiuses, and the Cascas will do their worst. Remember, the Atimeridorises will expose their plans. Mancantonis will ensure that retributive justice is also done.
In a developed democracy, and that's what we're trying to achieve in Nigeria. So what's your final take for the political parties and for those that will participate? Well, I just remembered the middle class, if there is, have been accused of just being armchair critics and not fully participating in the process. What do you have to say about that?
Well, you have answered the question. The middle class is increasingly becoming...
I didn't answer the question.
You said the middle class.
I asked, they've been accused of it, so
middle
I
class,
want to know your
if
opinion.
it exists, in my opinion. So this is about arguments, you know. Gossip will not disputadium. In matters of opinion, there can be no dispute. In my opinion, there's no middle class. The middle class has completely been eroded.
Okay, that is just for another day. So do you advise them to participate in the elections and not just be armchair?
Yes, because people like you, Emmanuel, and Abubakar Yesufu, Chairman League of Petroleum, we are members of the middle class.
Okay, thank you.
We should come and ensure that the system is taken to higher heights.
Thank you very much for coming on the program to talk about various political
Once again,
issues.
Thank you for having me.
And also the role of political parties in achieving credible elections. Well, that's how much we can take today on the program, Daytime Talk. I've been speaking with Abubakar Yesufu, the chairman of the League of Patriotic Lawyers. And my name is Emmanuel Irei. That's how much we can take. See you next time.
Thank you very much.